Yes, we have got more player SBC leaks and evolution leaks as well, possibly some playstyle evolutions. Actually, it's not possibly. We literally know what they are. I don't know why I said that, but we'll talk about it. The low-driven shot playstyle and playstyle plus appear to be coming into the game today, so that could potentially be a pretty big change, honestly, in gameplay in regards to finishing, but we do know a couple cards with that. If you guys would like to buy coins, you can go to mmoxp.com. There will be a link in the description down below. They are the cheapest and the safest option. You can use my code JFC at checkout for an 8% discount. We did have some evolution debates today once again, as well as some creators, and also the community just doesn't read, okay? I'm convinced nobody reads any of the articles EA puts out, and we'll talk about that as well. But okay, well, first of all, thank you for being here. Of course, I say it every day and I mean it every day. What'd you guys think of the general evolution today? The stat caps once again are just strange, right? 85 max pace is where it caps out at if you have a card that's less than 85 pace. Caps out at 88 passing, 88 shooting, 88 dribbling, and 87 defending, I believe, right? Yeah, 87 defending. I mean, it's okay, aerial long ball, but once again, it's max 88. I guess we're not at max 89 Evos. Like, we're just not there. I don't know what happened to 89 Evos. We are just not there. It doesn't give Trickster Plus. It gives base Trickster. They couldn't help themselves with that, which actually isn't that bad because they can do the fake shot now. But okay, let's begin with these 2 player of the month cards that came out today. And you might be asking, why are we talking about these? Who really cares that much? But it was kind of a debate on Twitter a little bit before the Evo debate started. Was this right here, and it was like, okay, Guiri comes out, quick step plus, finesse shot plus. It's pretty damn good, right? Fits into Evos too, by the way, keep that in mind. Then you drop Girassi, who has first touch, Travella, meh, and then the stats in game are pretty damn good, but then the play styles really let you down there. He has 8 in total. 3 of them are chip shot and power header. So like, okay, not that great. Plus 90 rated. He'll fit into Evos in when you'd say a couple months, maybe. It's a ways away. We don't even have 89s yet, let alone 90s, and then Evos that he'll fit inside. So a couple months, you would say, and then you're okay with giving us a Guiri card who fits into evolutions and has quick step and finesse combined, which are 2 very, very good play styles. So it almost feels like EA will purposely, if they know they're releasing 2 cards in a day, they will purposely make a card not very good because they just want to have content to release, but then not move the power curve. So this is where the debate kind of rolls in, where it's like, we have so many cards nowadays, so many SBCs, so many Evos, so many of everything, yet people don't want the power curve to be very high, or I guess a better way to say it is to move as quickly as it used to. It almost feels like we need to have cards like Girassi where they come out and they're pretty good, but they're definitely missing some things, because if every card every day came out and it was really, really good, the power curve is going to move very quickly then, because in 2 weeks time, the cards come out that you would want to be better than that hypothetical Girassi. Or is there a way they could, EA talking, actually release all these cards and have them be pretty damn good and have the power curve move at a slower rate? You know, is there a way for that to happen, or is that just not possible? You know, my first inclination is that I do think it is possible. I think there can be ways we can make this Girassi card slightly better. If you're of the knowledge that you know he won't fit into Evos for quite some time, you can make this card slightly better than this. I actually think card stats wise, it actually is fine. I think you could just give him maybe a couple more play styles that are pertinent to a striker, and you can make him genuinely usable, or like low-end card to put into a team out there. But that then leads us into where the Evo debate was today, and it's like, okay, with Evos, for one, can they all be really good if they're going to release them every single day in many promos, right? And 2, how should you go about actually selecting evolutions and go about selecting them at the end of the day? Because SAF Cal tweeted something out saying like, is it just me that feels this pain when EA drop a new version of a card in your squad? So Renato Sanchez was dropped yesterday, obviously in the new season, and he right here has a different version of Renato Sanchez. And Cal was saying it's very disappointing when this happens, because it's kind of like, I wasted my last couple of Evos, right? Like, what was the point knowing now that there's a better version of my card out there that I can just go and get now for free almost? And then Maverick responds to him saying the whole Evo system is being used so wrong in my opinion, and let's just play the clip and then we'll talk about it after.
This is a topic I've seen spoken about on streams quite a lot recently, actually. And I'm just going to spitball off the point that you brought up, but I mean, why anybody would ever Evo Renato Sanchez when he's literally guaranteed to get a special card, and he's got a special card in the last 15 million FIFAs? I just don't understand. But again, I think the whole issue with Evos and foot is that people go on Footbin, they look at the most popular Evo, and then everyone does that. Because all everyone wants to do is meta. There's no fun anymore. So guys, please stop using evolutions that way. I just don't understand it. Evo cards, you know, are not going to get special cards. Cards you actually care about. And don't tell me you care about Renato Sanchez. That's a FIFA thing. He's going to get special. Like, Evo, actual real world players you have an attachment to. And if you don't have attachment to any, then why you even playing FIFA? Do you even like football? But just, I don't understand why people Evo meta players. The point of Evos is to make non-meta players usable in your team. Because why Evo cards that are always going to get special cards? Renato Sanchez is a given every year. I mean, Rafa Leao, everyone's Evoing him. There's like 25 different special cards. I could go on with the players that people have Evoed that I've got. I just don't understand it. I don't understand why FIFA's gone down this route, and people just, I don't know, they're just so obsessed with being meta and the most broken formation. Just play. Games are for fun, man. Where did it go? It's for fun.
And the response to that, for me at least, was basically exactly what Cal responded to this saying, and I won't play the clip on this one. It's like 5 minutes long, but he literally says, hey, play the game however you want to play it. And that's kind of exactly how I feel. And let me know if you guys feel the same way, because yes, it's annoying that everything has to be meta all the time, right? It's annoying, except the problem with that really is that EA make the game that way, right? EA make the game so that really meta is all that matters at the end of the day, really. So it's hard to blame the individual for wanting to have everything be the best that it possibly can be, because I have fun winning, don't have fun losing, I want the best players. But really, this is why it's like, play the game however you want to play it, and then we can criticize you if you want to be like the sweatiest fucking person in the world. We can make fun of you for that, but also it's your right to play the game however the hell you want to play it. So yeah, I definitely agree though that people should have way more fun, right? Fun should be a way more important piece of the puzzle, but at the end of the day, just play the game however you want to play it and have fun playing it, right? But okay, let's get on to the leaks and the news part of the video now. We got Luis Suarez official stats, and he's got quick step and finesse, which is crazy. He's got 5-star confirmed, and he looks, funnily enough, almost identical to Cristiano Ronaldo's flashback. Look at the two by comparison here. The difference is, I think, 1 passing, defending doesn't matter what the difference is, and then 1 physical. So it's +1 and +1 passing and physical, and then obviously quick step plus and 5-star, but they are extremely similar cards, which is kind of funny. But it was nice to see Suarez being an insane card, because the two playstyle pluses are very, very good, and he's going to be very, very completed, I'm sure. And I said yesterday in my video, I was like, it was Messi's former teammate Suarez, and I totally, like, I don't know why it went over my head, but they're literally still teammates. They were teammates on Barcelona. That's what I was thinking in my head, but obviously they are still teammates in Inter Miami. But anyway, Yaya Toure, we also have his official stats as well, and he has pinged and bruiser. So that is a great combination there. That got everybody hyped up with the fact that he has 4 stats above 92. I mean, yeah, this is going to be an extremely expensive SBC and very completed. Both are going to be true. Once again, though, the FUT birthday cards, we have to wait and see what the base playstyles look like, because for some reason they just do not give the cards base playstyles. But if it has any at all, basically, it's going to be insane. And then continuing yesterday's leaks we saw already, we have Carlos Tevez official stats and playstyle pluses, technical and power shot for Tevez. And okay, I mean, it's kind of going to depend for him, I think, on the base playstyles a lot on that Tevez card. But hey, at least it's not relentless. They love giving Tevez relentless, so at least it wasn't that. Okay, we keep moving on, and look at this. We've got our first SBC with the low driven shot plus playstyle, and it's Adeyemi official stats as well. And this is the one I'm really excited for, because the stats are crazy. 99 base pace with 93 dribbling is very high, actually, for some of the cards I've been giving recently. So basically, give him a Deadeye. He has 99 pace. He's going to have a huge shooting and passing boost, quick step plus, which is crazy, and then low driven plus, which I'm assuming is going to be crazy. So this is actually a ridiculous card, and that actually wasn't the only low driven shot plus card SBC wise that we got leaked too. We also got Trinity Rodman. Rodman as well has low driven plus, rapid plus on her, and the stats aren't quite as crazy. 90 physical though is higher, but she's very good in game as well. This is kind of just a different version of Adeyemi, looks like. She could be an objective too. There are some rumors about objectives that we'll go and look at. Actually, we'll just do it right now. Here are all of the SBCs and objectives that we have got leaked right now. There's a lot more that we have not seen yet. We've seen, I think, the top ones except for the 2 Bremer cards. All these stats are official, by the way. So the 2 Bremer cards, if we zoom in a bit, intercept and anticipate for Bremer's crazy, because Bremer's body in game, great body. Love it. Definitely want it all over me. My team I'm talking about. Anticipate and Jockey on the second version there, and both are going to be very, very good. I would lean with that version, of course. But moving on to this side, we got James Madison, who has Finesse and Incisive there, which is a pretty good combination. We got Martins Van Leer, who has Technical and First Touch, but 94 base dribbling. Some really nice stats on her, actually. But there's so many cards here. I'm kind of leaning towards some of them have got to be objectives, so don't rule out any of the card, like even Madison, right? Madison or Rodman being objectives. We got Matt Doherty there with Slide Tackle and Bruiser with some okay stats. We got McGrath. If you can't see it, let me kind of go back to this page here so you guys can see it. McGrath has Rapid and Incisive. Some all right stats there. And Espino has Rapid and Intercept for a left back. So that's all of the Team 2 SBCs and objectives that we've got leaked so far. And yeah, the top reply is assuming the Irish guys are there for St. Paddy's Day. I would probably assume that as well. It's kind of funny that we don't really see St. Paddy's Day meaning anything anymore in FIFA. It used to mean a lot back in the day. Maybe it just wasn't that popular as much as we think it was, but it did used to mean something, you know, it was a celebration, and it's just not anymore because I don't know, actually. And we do have some more interesting leaks here to go through in a sec, but we do have another low-driven plus player that's been leaked, and this is just in the team, by the way. Musiala, technical and low-driven with these stats here. We should see it on quite a few cards, actually, coming up in this promo team. And then next up, we got the Roma Trio's official stats on their cards that are going to be in packs. These are not the Evo cards. These are the cards that are going to be in this FUT birthday team. So Seydou Doumbia has Finesse and Quick Step with crazy stats. IBARBO has Quick Step and Trivella with also some crazy stats, and Gervinho, the same thing with him, Trickster and Rapid on him. So they'll all three be very expensive depending on the play styles, the base play styles that is, but these are not the Evo cards, so I'm curious to see how they'll compare to these ones. I would guess they're going to be different in some ways, so I guess what would those differences be? I don't really know what they would be. They're going to have to be quite similar looking at these cards. I don't know how they would be drastically different than the Evos. And with the fact that the Roma Trio comes out today, we have the Streets Won't Forget card design, which is kind of like an homage to the FIFA 15 card design where the Roma Trio came from. And EA announced that they would be Streets Won't Forget quote-unquote cards when they came out. And I was seeing on Reddit and seeing in the replies on these tweets, it was like, oh my god, what's this card design? Put Michu in the game right now. It's like EA literally told us exactly what this card design was going to be for, and everyone's like, oh my god, what could it be? Like, okay, example number 3,000 why the community just doesn't read and is possibly the lowest IQ in all of gaming, but we won't, you know, make any judgments on that. But we also got this random weird kind of leak. New player pick SBC is coming soon, and it is these 4 players, stats or predictions, but it's McAtee, Gomez, Werner, and Matoma for the Premier League FC Pro League, and you can choose 2 of the 4 apparently, and they'll be live cards, I'm assuming. Yeah, it's kind of a cool, neat idea. I wonder if it'll be free, like everyone would be able to just pick 2 and then you can root for those players, or if it's going to be an SBC that you have to buy. I would assume it'd be an SBC that you have to pay for, but yeah, it's kind of an interesting thing EA might do there. We do still have some more news, but randomly here I saw this tweet and I was like, oh man, I gotta show you guys this. Icon swaps 3 on this day, FIFA 20, Zidane, Garincha, Carlos Alberto for 21 plus tokens, 15 to 20. You got base Maradona in there. I keep saying Maradona even though I know it's Maradona. Cannavaro, Bergkamp, and then 15 to 20 you got Baby Hullet. I remember that Baby Hullet card. Yeah, good times. Maybe this is nostalgia looking at icon swaps back now and being like, eh, we look back on it and think it's better than it probably was at the time. But anyways, hey, we did get some news that possibly a crafting upgrade will return today or over the weekend probably. And Romania quote tweets it with this, so I'm assuming he's saying it'll come for FUT birthday here. But it's interesting because I do wonder about this a little bit considering we have 10 daily gold upgrades now. So the crafting upgrade will be probably completed by everybody if you just end up being able to do the daily gold upgrades 10 times. So I wonder how they'll handle that, if there'll be rares involved this time maybe. But still, no matter what, it's a good thing that the crafting upgrade, if it's good, is coming back here. And then here are these new Evo leaks we've got. These new Playstyle Plus Evos. We've got Whipped Pass Plus, Press Proven Plus, and then Technical Plus should be objectives according to Donk here. And yeah, I think Press Proven is very good in certain situations. Like if you're a striker who's very tall, I think Press Proven can be very good. Whipped Pass, I think we know what Whipped Pass at this point, Whipped Pass Plus really is, but but technical plus is very good. So I'm excited to see that, except for when this comes out, I'm sure we're going to see max 89 best case scenario, because it could even be max 88. We saw that with the last left wing to left mid one, or was it yeah, that one and a weak foot one was max 88, which is just ridiculous. But there is no leaked rating yet from Donk, so who knows what it could be. But it's nice to see technical plus, right? I like to see that. Press proven plus, some people might like, some might not like. That's more personal preference there, but technical I think is good no matter what for anybody. But I love the idea of these. I think it's awesome, but we just have to see higher overalls. I think at this point we can't continue to have it be, especially 88s, 89s even is really stretching it. It should be 90s, 91s in my opinion, especially if it can only be a second playstyle plus, which I'm sure it can be. Like, why not make it almost any card rating then if it's only one playstyle plus cards? I'm not sure. And we do lastly have a couple of actual icons leaked for this team. Kenny Dalglish has low driven and finesse plus, so we get our first card combined with those two, which is pretty crazy. And the stats are official on him as well. And then there's David Beckham that we got leaked in that like EA video today. Yeah, it's right here. Beckham's got the birthday cake, and then they show off his card as dead ball and finesse there. Those are the only two, center mid Beckham by the way, those are the only two icons leaked at the moment, I believe. But yeah, what do you guys think? I think team 2 will probably end up being better than team 1. Usually team 2s are better than the team 1s, generally speaking, but the potential really is there, it feels like, for Fub Birthday to be crazy. We just haven't seen it fulfilled yet. And guys, if you missed yesterday's video, we talked about the new players and the new season there, so I didn't talk about them today at all because we talked about them yesterday. That's why yesterday's video was up late, and I forgot to mention that going into yesterday, so L me. But okay, the reason I'm here in the market right now is basically to say to you guys that I would not be surprised if very, very soon 89s become the actual regular for evolutions. It's going to be one of these days coming up here, I think very soon. So I want to remind you guys that there's going to be quite a few 89s that you can still buy right this second, that you're probably going to be wanting to have them in your club in case you end up being able to put them inside an evolution here coming up very soon. Yes, there's a lot of like insane cards here in terms of price, right? You got Teo Hernandez, who's 1.6 mil, of course, and buying cards like this Yaya, right? Like that's pretty insane. But just for example, that Paul Scholes there, or this Rolfo card, right? This Rolfo probably can fit into an Evo very soon, right when 89s can be used. If you have coins to spare, just go out and buy any of these that you see, because it probably is just going to be a matter of time until 89 Evos do become a thing. And if not, then we need to start probably storming the EA headquarters. That was a joke. That was not, I'm not inciting violence. Please don't sue me. That was a joke. But I've already gone through myself and bought quite a few 89s. I'm probably going to go through and do a similar thing again here later tonight and just go out and buy ones that I think might be interesting for Evos. But I want to recommend that to you because it's a matter of time. But okay, let's read some of your comments now. We've got Youngish, who says, that's the conundrum with many, I think is what he meant to say, with many of my 87 to 88 rated cards. Do I wait for a better Evo to come out, or do I keep them in case we get any more of these cups with ratings restrictions? And it's a good point. I think this is what EA like. They like having you have this conundrum of like, hey, do I put this card in? Do I not put this card in? Because you have so many different things to think about, like cups, like other SBCs, like other evolutions. I think they like that whole psychological factor in many of these decisions that you have to make. However, you know, to maybe not be, or I guess maybe to have a take that's not as anti-EA, maybe it's just they want us to have that because it's more fun to make more decisions. It's more fun to have things to think about and have cards to use here and use there and have decisions to be made strategy-wise. That might just be more fun. And I think I think both things can probably be true. I think it can be more fun, and also EA like these different factors that are involved in many decisions that we make. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that. And then, you know, I see comments pretty much every day talking about the squad battles crashing and just game crashing in general. Yeah, it's not resolved, and they don't know how to fix it. There's zero chance to me that they've known the fix or known the problem that causes it, and they're just like, nah, we don't think it's worth it. They don't know what the problem is. And this is one of those things, again, where it shows you what other things do they not know the problem for? What other things do they have no idea what solution could be out there? Hence the inconsistent gameplay. I'm not surprised considering a very massive part of the gameplay we all deal with, they don't know how to fix, which means they don't know how to fix other shit like the squad battles crashing. And I was getting comments too, who is Patrick DeMarco? Patrick DeMarco is a fullback, not left back, right back. I'm talking NFL fullback that I would be surprised if many of you know who Patrick DeMarco is. I didn't mean to call him that. That is not his name. And I was seeing some people say apparently there's more delay with the new update. I think that oftentimes what happens is just you end up with bad gameplay. It coincides with the new update, and then people connect the two, and I think there's just bad gameplay all the time. Maybe it is the case where it started up like crazy right now for more people, like a lot of people out there, but I have seen a lot of these types of comments in previous years about new updates saying the delay got worse or whatever, and when it tends to just be like the delay gets bad at random times and it happened to be post-update. But this is where it always, like, I see people on Reddit a lot of the time because Reddit is more skeptical, and I think that that is a good. You need skeptical people out there, and I try to be that way myself as well. But some people out there will see this and go like, oh no, it's all in your head. You're looking for excuses because you lost and this, that, and the other. And many people, I think, do look for excuses when they lose, definitely. However, millions of players feel the gameplay changing from game to game, day to day, hour to hour, inconsistently, all the time, pretty much without fail. And I think that we can't just chalk that up to, oh, it's excuses, dipshit. You're ass at the game, like skill issue. But yeah, I don't know. That's just my take on it. And I think that's it for me. Thank you all for joining. I appreciate every single one of you. Love y'all. Peace.